It's not a day ending a Y, apparently, that I'm not making at least one Velma video. This comes out Wednesday, recording it Tuesday, and guess what? Thursday I have a new Velma episode, so maybe Friday I won't make a Velma video? Maybe? Anyways, I thought it'd be a good time, I know, Fox News, whatever, a good time to go over the conspiracy theories surround Scooby-Doo spinoff. It's just crap, that's the problem. I can't believe this is a thing. Leftists are claiming it was a right-wing psyop. No. I love it. I love it. Mindy Kaling made what is essentially a parody of what the right wing thinks left wing comedy is like, on one Forbes writer claimed. I cannot believe people actually think this. The show was so bad. We'll get into it further later on, but what Velma is it thinks it's being smart and edgy, and it's making fun of both sides, yet the problem is, it's not. Like, similar to what The Boys does. It makes fun of both sides, yeah, but it smacks one side and releases a Gatling gun on the other. What we have here is, yeah, it makes fun of both sides. The evidence of it is stupid, but at the same time they say, well, if you don't agree with us, though, you're stupid and moronic. You're a bad person if you don't agree with us. So no, it is not a psyop. It's just dumb and stupid and badly written. It's so bad, though, that everybody acknowledges how bad it is. That's how bad the show is, and everybody sees how bad it is. So people are having to justify how bad it is by saying, well, it obviously is a right-wing psyop. No, it's not. It's just bad. The critics have weighed in. Oh, we already got that. But some internet personalities went even further, claiming the show was so bad that it must be a psyop intended to embarrass the woke left. Well, no, it's not a psyop. It just embarrasses you because it points out all your stuff in plain fashion. I cannot believe that they still don't recognize how awful this is and how awful their storytelling is, because this is an example of it, where they're noticing how awful it can be, but not doing anything about it, and they have to justify how awful it is by saying, well, they made it, when in reality they didn't. The highly anticipated show, produced by Office star Mindy Kaling, was panned by critics as exhausting and horribly wrong. The audience was even harsher, giving the show just a 6% average score on Rotten Tomatoes. Less than 1 week after Velma premiered, the show became a lightning rod of conspiracy theories and arguments online, and I have just the most beautiful conspiracy theory, because I've been showing this one right here, but I thought, you know what? I've just been showing the initial tweet. I pulled up the entire thread, and I thought we'll go through this thread and just see how insane this dude is, and also how stupid one of the arguments is. I'm serious. It is moronic to say this. Comedian Mark McCann, I can never say it right. Count Dankula. We'll call him Count, our resident Lord and Savior, Count Dankula, isolated one conspiracy theory gaining traction on the left. Velma was so god-awfully, I want to say this is probably ish, or she, that leftists are claiming it was a right-wing psyop to make the left look bad. Dankula was referring to Forbes' article headline, Velma is so bad it spawned psyop conspiracy theories. Velma is so bad, in fact, that it's spawning conspiracy theories that creator Mindy Kaling made what is essentially, I read that wrong. I thought there was a comma, I had the word. Mindy Kaling made what is essentially a parody of what the right wing thinks left wing comedy is. No, because here's the reality. Seriously, here's the reality. If somebody with just half a brain cell actually wanted to make a parody of everything right now, it'd be funny. Like, it would be seriously funny and would make tons of money. This isn't a parody, though. They think they're being smart and clever and edgy when in reality they're not. They're being stupid and boring. And also getting me a lot of views. So please keep clicking these things. I love you guys. I love each and every one of you. But this show was not a parody. It might look like it, but it's not. It is what you guys like. She made it for you. Well, she made it for herself, but this is stuff that you guys like all the time. You know, you got your race swaps. You got your cutout of Scooby-Doo. You got your gay representations. You got your hatred of white guys. Your effeminate black dude. That's everything you guys like, and nobody else likes it. But it is what you guys have been wanting. It is what you guys have been fighting for. It is what you guys have been saying is good, is awesome. It's fantabulous. Batwoman is an example of that. And when that finally got canceled, you guys cried about it. So no, it's not a parody. It's what you guys have been wanting. It's what you guys have been getting. And you're finally recognizing it and trying to justify how awful it is by saying it must be a conspiracy. Velma is very, very bad. Tassie added, sharing a tweet from one user who theorized that Kaling deliberately made Velma suck so that the culture war YouTubers make 1 million videos about it to boost its SEO. I don't even know what SEO means. Seriously? What? Popular Twitter account Bad Writing Takes went viral after it wrote that Velma reads like a right-wing YouTuber's clumsy understanding of what a diverse show is. No. Because he went viral, and I think this is who they're referring to. This dude went viral for one reason. It was stupid. And let's pull it up, shall we? Let's pull it up. You know, you start with this. Becky Hopkins, Sarah Z's sacrifice trash, hip, not whatever. Hypothesis still holds water, and it's that whole craziness there. The showrunner of Velma, Mindy Kaling, is both a transphobe and said that you couldn't make The Office today because cancel culture. She's a fellow reactionary. No. So, real quick, I made a video on why she's a transphobe. She liked and retweeted a J.K. Rowling tweet. That's why she's a transphobe. Her comments on The Office would be canceled today is honestly true. Let's be real. Like, you had some very, very not PC jokes that in the later season they started getting away from. You had entire jokes of, like, excuse me, I want to say it was season 1 or 2, you had the coming out. You had a Michael Scott did all sorts of gay stereotypes because Oscar was gay, and Michael Scott revealed that he was gay, so he does all these gay stereotypes to try to say that they're not homophobic. The first episode is trying to do diversity training. I want to say it was the first episode. It might be a later episode. But diversity training. And the way they do diversity training is take a card of where you're from and try to do stereotypical representations to say where the person's from. You know, like the Guess What game. So you have your card here. Says Italy. Michael Scott was going around doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Heck, he does something kind of offensive to Mindy Kaling. So yeah, it would get canceled today because it wasn't PC. She deliberately made Velma suck, so the culture war YouTubers make 1,000,000 videos about it to boost its SEO. What the hell is SEO? I don't know what that is. I'm not saying this means Velma is guaranteed to be greenlit for a second season. Well, it is. It's likely to be canceled. No. But anyone with 2 brain cells to rub together can see the game being played here. I don't know if you have 2 brain cells to rub together. I don't think you do. I think you're reaching right now because I can't. You're starting to sound a lot like the Anons, let's say that, and not go any further, for fears of angering YouTube. You're really starting to sound like the crazy people that believe the Orange Man's gonna be reinstalled any day now. Like, you're grasping here, buddy. You're grasping. Velma is an example of black propaganda. It's made to look like something the wokes would produce. Make fun of alpha males, race-swapping characters, etc. But it does so in an I cannot say it. Intentionally cringe manner in order to allow right-wing YouTubers to say woke art sucks. Well, it does, but that's not the point. How do I say this? How do I say this correctly? It's just bad show. It's just awful. Everybody can see how awful it is. And you trying to justify how awful it is and trying to say, well, no, she's obviously a right-winger, doesn't change anything. Like, you're sounding crazy here. This is just another example of you guys getting what you wanted. Like, Batwoman, for example. If Batwoman was animated, it would be the same thing. If Batwoman was animated, it would be the exact same thing because it has the exact same style of characters. You aren't creating anything new. Like, you're just pointing out stuff that we've been saying for a while, but now blaming us. No, this is what we've been getting. Gee, oh my God, are you really that dumb? Do you have the 2 brain cells to put together? One last thing, Velma is currently trending #1 on HBO Max. The plan worked. Rage bait attracts eyeballs and boosts metrics. And the I'm performatively angry about anything that looks to be an inch to the left of Ben Shapiro YouTube ecosystem made that possible. No. It was so bad, everybody saw how bad it was. Everybody made comments and videos on it. Moist Critical is not political. He's just a common sense dude. He plays video games and talks about culture stuff and everything like that. He's not in the culture war. He's just a Twitch streamer, my understanding. Maybe a YouTuber, I don't know. He watched the show because he likes Scooby-Doo. He hated the show. He said it was worse than he feared. He is not... Let's scroll up here and use these guys. He's not Papa Gundam. He's not Ryan. He's not Yellow Flash. He's not Josiah. I don't know who this is. Something. And I believe this is Nina Infinity. He's not Nina. Moist Critical is none of those people. Moist Critical is just a gamer dude who talks on the internet. You know, people like him. He's kind of like PewDiePie. Well, PewDiePie's kind of taken aside. Anyways. Not, maybe a bad example. He acknowledged the show was bad. We're going to skip over this because this is an awful argument by anybody and has nothing to do with Velma. Because they start talking about Terror on the Prairie. Get to the last one. A line most definitely not written by a conservative, LOL. Exactly. I spit truth without a filter, like every comedian before hashtag me too. Yeah, what did she say before that line? But what did she say before that? Oh, she was talking about how it's bad and not PC for Daphne, who is Asian and a minority, to be selling drugs. Drugs can only be sold by a bunch of white people. The only time you can sell drugs is if you're in a bad situation, which you are not in. That is them laying out what your guys' logic is and making a joke about it, but at the same time acknowledging that it exists. Then you cringing about this part was supposed to be the point. Was supposed to be say, well, that's stupid. That was the point, but in reality, the whole thing's stupid. The whole show's awful. It is everything we've been saying it is, and you guys just can't use your own words together. Anyone with 2 brain cells to rub together can see the game being played here. But there's no game, it's just awful. With all that being said, the show's a travesty. It's got a season 2, so you were wrong. And we're going to continue on making fun of it because it isn't anything new. We've had this before. We've been seeing the signs and you guys ignored it. You guys were proud of it. And then when the show comes out, you start saying, well, they made it for her. She's a part of them. That's why it's so bad. She's them. She's right of Ben Shapiro. When in reality, she's not. She's one of you. So let me get you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Share it out with all your friends because sharing really does help out the videos and sub counts and stuff like that. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live. Links to my Twitter and all that are down in the description below. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.